Sorry for the wait. I'm going to be just a couple more minutes. Let me know real quick how the volume balance is, because I think stuff got all out of whack. But I will be right back. Almost ready here. Just need another minute to start going through the bags of this Lego set, and then we will get started. Alright, I think we're good. I forgot to check my camera setup while I was preparing, but that's okay. We'll just see what happens here. Okay, so there are no cameras on right now. Let's see if we can fix that. Deactivate. Activate. How about this one? This one we want to be this one. So there's that. That's not right though. Yeah, why is this in the wrong? How about that? That's a little better. Yeah, I don't know how, but this all got messed up. Let's see here. Fit to screen. And make it smaller. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to point this down a little bit. Okay. And then I have my other camera. It's probably just broken again. Oh, yeah, no, it's... Yeah, the built-in camera on this laptop is just, like, broken. I called support once and they were like, I'll update your BIOS. And somehow updating the BIOS did get the camera working again, but it looks like it's just not working again now. Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing as before. You guys can hear me, right? So, no picture-in-picture this time, sorry. You'll be okay. Okay, good. Yeah, usually I would have my little, down here in the corner, little picture-in-picture laptop cam pointed at me, but it's broken again, so we won't worry about that. But yes, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a month, I think, since the last episode. Sorry for the long break. Had a vacation in there and also just wanted to take a couple weeks off in between seasons. But yeah, now we're back. Gonna keep doing weekly streams. I've got somewhat the next month's schedule laid out. I just realized one thing I forgot to do was put together the preview image for next week's show. Maybe I'll throw that together real quick while we're streaming or something at the end or something. But yeah, I've got like the next 4 shows planned out, and we'll just keep going pretty much weekly through the end of the year, I'm sure. Yeah, so I'm keeping tabs on new things I find that would go in there. The online version on the Internet Archive, that's just the same as the book untouched. I'm not like live updating or periodically updating that or anything. I think probably in like a few years I'll do an expanded edition, but like I don't want that to just be like a quick update with 20 new things added to it and nothing else. So I want to, when I do that, put a lot into it, add a bunch of photos and more information and stuff. So like the idea of updating it is kind of a background project as I keep track of new discoveries, that sort of thing. Drink here. But yeah, we are starting a new season. I was taking a couple minutes there to start going through the bags for this. I think this is the second largest set I'll have done. Here's the first manual for the... This is just half, I think, pictured of the... Or it's like a side view or something. But the 4,500 piece Lion Knight's Castle. We'll probably be building that for like... I would expect 2 months or longer. And then around when we finish that, might do like another group watch or something. Yeah, if you have found anything, by all means, share it. Just toss it in the chat. You can always also, DM me on Twitter, this or that. But yeah. yeah, I'm thinking of the order I want to do things, I guess. So it has been about a month. Not too much happened during the month off. A few days after the last episode, LBT did their big 20th anniversary show, and they put out a new compilation limited for people who went to that event. More on that soon. Stay tuned. In the coming weeks, I'll be talking about that a little bit more. But other than that, I think it's just really recent stuff. So today, once again, is Bandcamp Friday. I'm gonna sneeze. And as usual, LBT did put up something new, another re-release of an old compilation. It's Name Your Price, as usual. I think it might be like 100 yen or something. But yeah, definitely check that out. Really good stuff there. And also, LBT did announce their release for the upcoming M3 at the end of October. DJ EO is putting out a new full album called Sampling Roads. I haven't actually watched the preview yet, but it looks really good. The artwork on it is great, so I'm really looking forward to that coming out at the end of the month. Oh, I guess I should link to the proper site. Here's the actual, like, special site for the compilation, or the album, sorry. I also wanted to mention real quick, the boys over at Rave Station Records for Bandcamp Friday put up a whole bunch of merch pre-orders. They've got slip mats, skateboard decks, new shirt and hoodie, and acrylic keychain. Great stuff there, so definitely check that out too. I'm going to be ordering a few things before the end of the day. I need to remember to go back and grab that stuff. But yeah, I really liked the Rave Station Underground comp that they put out a few weeks ago. A couple months ago at this point. But yeah, it was really good too. And I think that's about it as far as recent stuff. Really just the LBT. It's kind of funny. It's seemed lately, I'll see on Twitter, it seems like DJ EO is kind of trying to distance his current stuff from the Nerdcore moniker, which is totally fine, but I'll mention them anyway because it's still really good stuff. But yeah, let's see. And so to start phasing into the music chat for what we're listening to today, and we have plenty of time because we've got like 9 or 10 unreleased Smile Hunters tracks that one of the members, Yam, just recently put up on SoundCloud, so that's mostly what we're listening to right now. Let me find that SoundCloud actually here. I'll find it in a second. But I'll start with today's shirt is one I have been wanting to be able to wear for a while. So this is a t-shirt from the Psycho Kaigi versus or X Satsukai Inca Vinyl event. I'm not sure if I have the flyer for that. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Because that might be easier than turning around so you can read the lineup on the back of my shirt. Right, my external is not plugged in. So let me just see if I can find it online real quick. I doubt it, but... Let's see here. Okay, I'm not immediately finding that flyer. I'm gonna go grab my external in a second here. I just want to read in the chat. Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, some of the later Sonic Dragolgo stuff, like, I feel like it's, like, ambiguous whether it is technically on Hyper Rich or not. Because obviously, so he put Apple out on Hyper Rich, and then like explicitly, because I think that came out at Comiket, and they had a booth as Hyper Rich, and then he was no longer living in Japan, still putting stuff out, and like definitely all that stuff, of course, should be cataloged. It's interesting to think about where exactly that division between is this technically Hyper Rich or not, but okay, I'll be right back. I realized I also probably have an actual physical flyer for this event somewhere upstairs, but I didn't think to dig that out ahead of time. But let me see real quick if I can find it here. Let's see here. Okay, okay, so I found the flyer, but, wait, is this the one? Is it the same? 9-6? Okay, I think this is the flyer, so let me pull it up here. Sorry for the little wait here. Oh, really? I had no idea. I had never seen that. Well, I guess that kind of answers that question then. Interesting. Okay, so it was just like the outer shipping boxes were labeled like that? Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay, so here is the flyer for this event. It's a little, the colors are a little blown out, so it might be kind of hard to read, but, so, Saiko Kaigi, or Saiko Dai Kaigi, was an event series, really, kind of basically the, like, follow-up or sequel or whatever to Speed King. A lot of the same artists, I think, so these events were, I think, organized by DJ Qco, and then later on also DJ Chucky. So this had a lot of artists that were playing at Speed King, like Leo Paldon and DJ Qco, but then also started to it's kind of like the stepping stone to like early Gabba Disco and Extreme Hard events with like DJ Bug and DJ Deepath and M Project and DJ Chucky also playing. And so this is kind of like that connecting thread between kind of the end of like the core nerdcore scene and the beginning of J-core getting bigger and kind of taking over things. But this is a later, so the first of those events was in 2001, and this is all the way in 2003. So the last two of these were both collaborations with Satsugai and Kabiniru, which is like a novelty punk, semi-novelty, semi-serious punk label that has been around a very long time, since like the 70s. And so there's this event, which is what this shirt's from, which you can't see right now, but we've got, All Japan Records, Spelunkers, Smile Hunters, DJ Sharpnel, we got Pariko from LBT and Emoshiro Sangokushi, AV Yochien, No Bottom, who you might know from Beatmania, and also for going on to be Pico Taro, who did Pen Pineapple Apple Pen. But yeah, so that's why I grabbed this shirt, because I think it's the only shirt I have from an event that Smile Hunters played at, because the one event we got them to do for us, we didn't have shirts for. So yeah. But then, I'll show real quick. Pictures. The other Cycle Kaigi versus Satsugayinka Veniru event was this one. And I guess I can say that flyer might look a little familiar if you haven't necessarily like dug way deep into the Nerdcore stuff, but you looked at DJ Sharpnell's website a few times 5 to 10 to 15 years ago. You probably saw at some point this very weird CD cover in the like list of compilations and stuff that he contributed to. So this was like a collaboration remix album for the punk band Modoku, who are like one of the main acts on that Satsugayinka Biniru punk label. And yeah, like in 2002-2003, they were doing a lot of collaborations and stuff with kind of like the J-Core Nerdcore side, and this remix CD is kind of the main thing that came out of it. And this has, you know, DJ Sharpnell, Smile Hunters on it. It's got All Japan Records, DJ Chucky. But yeah, Modoku is a kind of like novelty joke punk band that has been around since like the late 70s, early 80s. And I was part of that band from like 2014 to 2018 or so. Just doing like backup vocals and kind of being the token foreigner. But yeah, it was really interesting because, you know, 15 years ago, seeing this really weird CD on Sharpnell's site and having no idea what it's about, and then it's interesting to slowly get more and more context for things. So we'll definitely have to listen to this at some point too, because I feel like this is like one of those things that it was, you know, listed on Sharpnell's site, and that was, you know, for quite a while the main place people were going to look to get information, or at least starting to get information about J-Core, and I think it always felt like the kind of most enigmatic weird thing on there. But yeah, we'll definitely listen to that at some point. But today we're gonna listen to 2 releases from Smile Hunters. I think we heard some of his vocals. You probably noticed one of the members is Enjoji. There he is, of Bubble Bee and Enjoji fame. And then we've got Shoes, who is also half of the main duo behind Missile Chewbacca. And then Yam, who hasn't done much other stuff, but he does like the opening tracks for most of the Speed King compilations. So you might recognize him from that. But yeah, Smile Hunters were really active from like, maybe I should start the first album. Go ahead. I'll let the rest of this track play out, and then start the first album. But yeah, this first album is from '99, and they were active from like '98 to 2004 is about when they kind of stopped being so active. I think that's kind of around when Bubblebee and Enjoji started collabing more. A little early, a little before Missile Chewbacca started, but yeah, I'll let this track play out and then we will dive into their first album. Normally, I wouldn't have played this on the show because this is actually, I believe, still just up, available for free download on on SoundCloud. Let's see here. I hope this stuff will start playing. Okay, so I guess it ran out of downloads. This was at one point up for free download on SoundCloud here. You can still listen to it, of course. And so normally I'd be like, oh, that's already online, freely available. But I really wanted to do the rare tracks release, the second thing we're listening to, and this was the perfect thing to pair it with. And the downloads have run out on that, and I don't think a lot of people noticed that it was up anyway. So we'll go ahead and listen to it. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a copy of this first album actually go up for sale anywhere. I think the only reason even I have rips of it is from it being on SoundCloud. Fortunately, they did put up like 320 rips. But yeah, let's dive in. And here's the Discogs page for the album. And let me get situated to get started on this set. At some point in the stream, I'll dig up I know I have at least a few photos of their live performance, which is, like, as is typical of Nerdcore, a little wild. Got one extra item plugged into my computer, so that's like totally throwing me off. Get over there. Okay. This here. Nice little ballad to start things off. Alright. Time to break the seal. So yeah, like I said, at this point, Smile Hunters was pretty sure for quite a while just 3 members, Injo G, Shoes, and Yam. And I think both Injo G and Shoes did vocals on some of the tracks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Shoes on the vocals right now. start off with just a lowly oppressed farmer. There he is. And a cow. But yeah, Smile Hunters were, from the start, really, like, kind of the kind of epitome of that kind of, again, line between, like, Nerdcore and J-Core. Especially their early stuff. Like, so they kind of went the opposite in that, like, their early stuff is, like, really heavy hardcore gabber influence, and then some of their later stuff gets more into, like, synth poppy and breakbeaty stuff, which is kind of what some of the more core nerdcore leans to at times. It's a big spectrum, but we got a little hay bale here. Where's the piece I'm looking for? Oh, it's that color. But like looking at the flyer for this event, like it's at this point in time at least, it's like kind of a little weird to imagine an event where like Pariko and I guess All Japan Records had some of the gabber influence too. But yeah, like the idea of like Pariko and DJ Chucky playing the event seems so so disparate areas of within this music. But like Pariko playing the same event as Smile Hunters doesn't feel weird at all, and DJ Chucky playing the same event as Smile Hunters doesn't feel weird at all. So that's kind of that in between vibe. It's just like it's a beer keg. For some reason I wanted to say beer kettle. Or mead or ale. I'm surprised that LEGO would depict alcohol consumption like that. Yeah. Oh, you made it! Awesome! Nice to see you here. Thank you! Hey, that's my little face. No, seriously, thank you for that. Yeah, I know you said before that you're usually not available at this time, so good to see you here. Oh, okay. Well, I still appreciate you dropping in, really. Yeah, it's hard to get a perfect time. Got some, what's that, Galaga? Thanks to this music, all of these retro Atari, early Namco games run together in my head. Thank you. Yeah, have a good drive home. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm actually in the wrong chair. Oh, geez. Okay, hang on. Okay. Alright, I forgot. You can't see anything that I'm doing. That's okay, though. But yeah, I don't think we get to really... I mean, we don't get to really much of this stuff in the two releases we're listening to today. But, yeah, like I said, Smile Hunter started being less active, not really playing live anymore, that sort of thing, around, like, 2004. But they did... I presume they did kind of just keep making, like, 1 or 2 tracks a year, that kind of deal. After that, and at some point, I don't know exactly when, but they did get a fourth member, Gorie, a female vocalist. Like I said, I think we heard like 1 or 2 tracks in the opening bit that might have had her vocals on them. But yeah, nothing on these 2 early releases. But like, I think I think she has some... Yeah, she has some vocals on the bodyboarding track on J-Core Masters, like 9 or 13 or whatever. That's a really good one too. If you listen to a lot of Nerdcore DJ mixes, you'll probably recognize this track. It's used in like a few of the kind of classic ones. The Fujiko Pro 1, the DJ EO 100%, old school Nerdcore. Well, not just for the little food stand. I'm sure the building of the huge castle part will happen sooner or later. Forgot to plug my mouse in. Well, that's okay. I don't know what this sample's from. I'm sure it's probably some really well-known thing, but... Okay, I'll look it up real quick and see if I can find it. Oh, it's from Captain Tsubasa. I was never even remotely like intrigued or interested by any sort of sports manga or anime. Like even back when I was, you know, a young, naive high schooler just getting into it. I think I put this on backwards. I did. Yeah, what was the basketball one called? The localized title for it? So I remember there being like Prince of Tennis, Slam Dunk. Yeah, I think right when I first started like reading manga and stuff, Slam Dunk was like the big new thing, and I was just not even remotely interested. Okay, so there's a wagon, and you can put it on the cow. I guess the ox. Oh, jeez. Huh, I wonder who did that then. I'm curious now. Let's see here. Darn, I hate Discog's interface. So many spots that look like links but don't actually take you anywhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's even got the Hyper Rich logo right there on it. Yeah, I just had no idea. Oh yeah, that'll definitely be something I have to fix for sure. Okay, so that's the first bag already. Just these little random little side builds. Yeah, I'll have this guy ride on his oxen, do some wheelies. Now we build him a castle. Yeah, I think it's really interesting that, like, between songs, they'll go back and forth between, like, doing original vocal tracks and sampling pop, you know, current pop music tracks that are of a similar style, and it's like, I mean, like, thinking about, like, as someone who was new to this music and also didn't know anything about Japanese culture, it's interesting remembering, like, assuming, I think I probably assumed that just everything was being sampled from something, rather than being a mix of sampling and completely original compositions, or completely original vocals, whatever. I guess that's probably not, well, at the time, probably not something a Japanese person would have experienced. But at this point, so much time has passed that I'm sure there could be people, Japanese people, who would listen to this and not recognize what's being sampled at all, because it's just like, I'm sure, just kind of fleeting pop music from 10-15 years ago. It's interesting to think of, like, there will be pop culture that, like, a generation is really familiar with, and the next generation just isn't aware of it all, and then there will be bigger pop culture that, like, everyone since it was created knows about it. Like Star Wars versus, like, I don't know, some dumb 80s movie that a bunch of people from the 80s know about, but nobody else. I guess it's kind of interesting, like, not knowing, you know, I can listen to this music and then I can, like, Google some lyrics and figure out what's being sampled, but, like, just having no way to know, you know, what the, like, how to word this. I think I've lost my train of thought already. Just not having the, you know, the same cultural understanding of whatever it is they're sampling, and so not knowing if it's, you know, something on the level of, like, everybody knows it's Star Wars, or if it's something that, like, someone today would listen to and be like, why did they sample this one-off? I don't know. This completely obscure, unsuccessful artist. I don't know. Can't tell which of those it is. Alright, I was gonna try and find that SoundCloud where Yam uploaded a bunch of this stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I think most of it is here. Yeah, here we go. So I guess it actually was quite a while ago that he uploaded that stuff, and I only noticed it recently, I guess. But yeah, there's some old, like, unreleased Smile Hunter stuff on there you can check out. All of it will also be in the Brick House for this episode. But yeah, I mean, they're just ripped from SoundCloud anyway, just for posterity and preservation's sake. I guess to boil down what I was trying to figure out how to say a minute ago, it's just like you listen to it and you don't know if a Japanese person would think, oh, this is really cool, or, oh, this is really corny. Because to you or me, it might sound really cool, but it might actually be something that's really corny. Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Thank anyone and everyone for tuning in. Look, we got 10 people watching. Oh, I didn't mean to hide that. Whatever. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I'm kind of getting back into it because I stopped for a month, so I'm getting back into the flow of things. But it's fun to be doing it again. Oh, hey! How's it going? Yeah, I saw that randomly last night, I think. One of the Adult Swim out of context Twitters retweeted my post for this week's show. And I was like, okay, thanks. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, really? Did they just immediately retweet all your tweets, or is it just like kind of random? I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, this is a really good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Again, no idea what this is sampling. Oh, the like architecture one? Right, okay, that makes sense then. Well, again, it's not even remotely Adult Swim related. But yeah, not complaining. Oh god. Yeah, I don't have too many of the those like skyline architecture ones. But I do want to pick up the Tokyo one. It's interesting reading about, I think there are a couple different ones of those. They've had to, like, subtly change in the middle of the, like, release life of the set because of a building, like, either getting torn down or, like, there was, I think, something problematic with one of the buildings they had in one of the sets. And so, like, the early versions become rare and sought after. Yeah. Wait a second. Something's not right here. I messed something up. Okay, it's just this piece. I thought the song was over. Well, okay, you can see the bar for the iTunes, but if you weren't looking, you thought the song was over. And you were wrong. Okay, there we go. That's better. I really like tracks like this that, like, they'll go on for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes in, they'll suddenly start sampling something entirely different and unrelated to what they were sampling earlier on in the song. Or at least, like, a completely different song or something. There's a couple, Traffic Jammies songs, I think, that do that. Did I get something wrong somewhere here? Supposed to have one of those. Oh, yep, I totally did. I'm just off my game today. There we go. Oh no. There we go. It's crazy that this is bag 2 of like 26. I like the little... I always like when there's just an angle in a wall somewhere. A non-90 degree angle. I think I remember this bit being in one of those trusty old Nerdcore DJ mixes. Yeah, definitely. I think this is in the Fujiko Pro one. Oh, here's some of these new pieces that are 2/3 of the height. Used to be they only had a full brick like this and a 1/3, but now they've got 2/3. Just in this 1x1 size so far, but sticking to my dang arm. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, there's the title of the song. Got a little food table going on. I just lose a priest? Thought I felt something fall down here. I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna assume it was nothing. This is a classic. Hey! Let's see here. Ohayo ですね。朝9時ちょいじゃんか。What's this? The castle janitor? Come on. Maybe it's just my hand moving around too much. Come on. Let him see him. There he is. He's got a nice little apron. Okay. 時差が16時間かな。ここは、まあ、昼の7時だから4時だから。I don't know. I don't know, he's got these leather, like, overalls, so it seems like he's some kind of, you know, doing some kind of dirty work. They don't really break down, though. I'm sure, like, if I look online, they, like, have a name for that minifigure, or the torso at least, but could be like a barkeep, I guess. Do they have bars in castles? Hidden candle there. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, stable hand makes sense. Which is, I mean, that's just a stable janitor. So yeah, this is both Shoes and Joji doing vocals here. Oh, did I totally miss that? Gotta go back up and look. Thanks for tuning in, yeah. Oh, totally. I see it now, yeah. It was right after Choco Pie came in. My bad. Okay, okay, then I'm gonna look at it for like a minute. And then... So what did I set that to? Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. This is gonna be tough so early on because it looks like, I mean, I guess this is mostly the walls and stuff, but... Okay. 5 minutes. I mean, I think the best I can do here is try and give it a go on the walls. So I've looked for a second. I think this goes here. With the little vine coming down. And then... thought I saw something else clear and orange here. This doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna put it there anyway. And... okay, let's see here. I won't go there. I mean, I can just kind of cheese it by trying to work on the outer wall. Let's see here. This is, I think, not... yeah, not the part that's visible on the manual at all. But, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and say... corner. That's probably wrong, huh? And we've got these two big... and I just dropped one. I'll pick it up later. So that it doesn't seem like I'm cheating to stall out the timer. There's a clear here. Yeah, there's a... oh, that could actually be it. Little... so this is like a little bath. And so that actually might be a window to look out while you're in the bath. And here. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Do we have... oh, we do have these. Alright, that wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, there's not any way to continue that. So that's... okay, this is wrong, but I'm gonna say that is right. Here. We have another one of these? Yeah. Okay. I'm sure that this is completely wrong, but we're gonna go with it. Four, three. 4, 3, 4. This is super long. I guess it probably goes up here. But probably further up. So I got like 2 minutes. Okay, this is a classic also, which I will go into after this punishment ends. That's no good. This has to be like this. Sure, we'll go with that. No, not that. This one. And then this. And that. Wait. Not that. About this. Aha. Okay. Something here. Here. But, yeah. Put a little flame carrot here. And... there is no way that any of this is right, but we'll find out. Excuse me. Yeah, no, that's the limit of my guessing. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like we got at least a couple things right. So... Oh, it's even cooler than I thought. I'm gonna just start undoing all the mistakes here. Ooh. I also have to remember which parts I did and guessed at. I think we were here. Excuse me. Okay, so this bit right here with the vine was right because I remembered that. This was not right. That doesn't go there. There's this and this. Oh my gosh, I'm just sneezing. I forgot to take an allergy pill today, so I'm not surprised. So we do have an additional bit of orange over here, but it's from that. And then, so over here, I guessed at these two in this window. Those two are right. And I'm actually going to pause. I'll restart this song in a second. But, so I do know, actually, that last track, what the two samples were. And let me pull up my browser view here. Is that the right size? Eh, that's fine. Anyway, so it's two tracks from... I don't know how to read this guy's name. But it's just one line each from two different pop tracks from this guy. And then from this one, and I'm not sure if these are actually sampled or just resung, but the last line of this verse. But yeah, I don't know. I'll start the next track again. Like I said, that's one of those things where, you know, I don't know, like, if those are really well-known pop songs, like, to this day, if they were just something that was briefly popular at the moment, or, like, old classics that they really liked and wanted to sample. They did do an updated version of that track, like Dorable 2004, that's on their second album, and also it's on an LBT compilation that I think is on Bandcamp. I'll have to check on that in a second here. But they must have had enough fondness for that track to want to make a remake of it. Oh, thank you. There we go. But yeah, I really like that last track. This one's a little short, but I really like it. And then there's the last track on the album. Okay, I turned off the browser, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me find that Bike Dorobo 2004 on Bandcamp. I'm pretty sure it's on here. Is it not? I guess it's not. Well, possibly upcoming on the LBT Bandcamp. No, it's up here. Where did it go? I must just be blind. Did they take it down? No, it's right there. Huh. I don't know why I wasn't seeing it in the sidebar, but here it is. So yeah, you can check out the 2004 remake of that track on Bandcamp. So yeah, totally. Really, the only thing I guessed right was these two bricks right here, and then everything else I was way off, but hey. Oh, this should have been obvious, this one right here. It's continuing this, because there was that, oh, it came out. This was here, and so it should have been obvious that it would continue white upwards. Oh, looks like we're doing like a little fireplace or something. That's right, I dropped a piece, didn't I? I should grab that.
You make a mori tento mori.
Alright, let me find that piece I dropped. I know I wasn't imagining it this time. I swear I dropped one. Huh. I swear I dropped something, but I'm not seeing anything anywhere. Yeah, it's, I mean, at least in, you know, this very specific subgenre of stuff, people have, it kind of got a slow start, but it's definitely taken off, and people have started taking a lot of advantage of it. I know, or at least I believe, from just kind of peripherally seeing it on Twitter, I think the chiptune community, including in Japan, has really taken a lot to embracing Bandcamp. And yeah, some nerdcore artists are starting to as well. I remember, I don't remember how long ago this was, but I think this was when I started up the... It was either when I started up the Stereo Records Bandcamp, or this might have been on the Allcore Bandcamp sometime before that, but like... I don't know how it had been overlooked, or how I was one of the first people to experience this, but I think it was on Bandcamp that I had like set the prices to be in yen, and they were showing up in yen, but they were charging people as that number of dollars. So like an album would be 1,000 yen, but people got charged $1,000. Something like that. I'm sure if I searched through my emails I could find the Bandcamp bug ticket. But yeah, I remember something like that happening kind of early on. I wonder if I can find that real quick. Let's see. Oh, all Bandcamp receipts also come from support@bandcamp.com, so I don't think I'm gonna have any luck digging through all that to find my actual support email. But yeah, it was something like that, definitely. I think I missed something on this bit. When did it tell me to do that? Oh yeah, I totally missed this. Oh, that was the very first step. Oops. There's a small chance it might not have been Bandcamp, but I feel like it was. I love that this just keeps going. Ooh. Putting a hinge piece like this right on the edge of this. So this is going to be a whole section that swings out, I think. Because this is going to have something hooked down into it like that, and it's going to probably one of the spots where it opens and closes. This bit feels so much like a sharpnel track. And yeah, so that is their first album from '99, and then here is some... Like I said, that last album was up on SoundCloud for free for a while. But this stuff... apart from this track is on a couple other CDs, but most of this CD is stuff that has not been heard at all in quite a while. It's never been posted online. I do have seasonal allergies, yeah. So yeah, this track is also on Gabba Disco Anthems 1. And then there's a different version of it on the GFK Records compilation Look Up. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Seems like this CD is mastered quite a bit more quietly than that last one. But let me know if that's a little too loud. And I think I have found where I need to be using the piece I dropped, so I'm gonna have to go crawl around on the floor and find that. Yeah, nothing else I can do. Oh, here, I'll do this bit. I feel like this version is like just a little slower than the version on Gabba Disco Anthems 1. Like, just a little bit. Well, I found a piece that fell, but it's not the right one. Okay, I'm definitely not blind, and it's just up here somewhere, or I put it in the wrong spot. It's definitely not up here. Where could it be? Yeah, I do need the crawl cam. Okay, crisis averted. We found it. I swear I looked exactly where this was last time I was crawling around on the floor. So I think it was hiding from me. But we're good. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is one of those tracks that the first time I heard it just like blew me away. Again, that was the Gabba Disco Anthems version, which I think is like a tiny bit faster, but more or less the same track. I'm gonna throw on the faster version for a second after this. This CD, the second one, gets a little weird. Okay, but here's the faster version. Skip past the extremely long intro. It's just a little bit faster. Just gonna let it play for a minute. So the rare Traxx release, it doesn't have any track titles. It doesn't have any insert at all. It's just the front cover. So it's not. I don't know if it's like a different, like explicitly a different mix. If I'll go like to the end of this track. So yeah, just a little different. I'll just let the rest of this play out. Get a little shelf of items back in the corner there, and there's a oven now as well. Kind of hard to tell, but there's like transparent orange cones to represent fire in the back of the oven. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled album. So yeah, this still goes hard on some of the tracks. Yeah, for the longest time, I didn't even know this CD existed, and then I think I found mention of it in like CD review page on the old website for, I think, Teraoka Corporation, another Nerdcore act, and the album artwork for it on that site wasn't archived, and so that was like eternally frustrating to see it mentioned there and see that the art had been there, but the archive didn't get it and it was just gone. But then when I was putting together the encyclopedia, one of my friends lent me a few things, and this was one of the rare CDs he happened to have. Yeah, it's a bummer because, you know, especially something like this, there's probably 30 copies, and the only people who still have them are people who have some kind of sentimental attachment to it. So you wait and you get lucky when one guy finds this stuff from 15 years ago that he hasn't thought about in 10 years in the back of his closet and is like, oh, this is worth some money now, I guess I'll sell it on Mercari. And that's like, you know, there's a finite supply of that happening. And it's a bummer, yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sucks. I'm obsessing way too much. Okay, nope. This spoon just does not want to go straight on this wall rack. Come on, get in there. No, it keeps twisting. There we go. Okay, it's good. I'm not gonna touch it again. I'm not sure. I'm almost done with this bag, but there's only about, I think, 15 minutes left on this CD. Yeah, this one's kind of wild. It's a very weird, eclectic selection of tracks on this CD. Did I lose another piece? I'm supposed to have a little... Oh, there it is. I found it. This little green bottle. Oh, I guessed that the top of this wall would be like this, but that's kind of the only way it could be with the pieces given, so I can't give myself too much credit there. And so yeah, this is like an alternate version of Oshare Hunter from the previously listened to album. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's true, yeah. So, how big is the next bag? Oh, the next bag is huge. I don't think I'm going to start on that. We can just kind of chill out. Okay, no. I'll start on it. Because we gotta put together this minifigure. Yeah, it's, you know, I definitely get that it's hard to, like, you get one release from a label, and then you're like, oh no, now I have to get all of them. And for each label, that can take hundreds of dollars and or years. And so it's just, like, unfeasible to even think of. Yeah, I meant to go into that more. But yeah, went to Hawaii for a week with my girlfriend. We got back just about a week ago. We did a whole bunch of stuff, and I just lost another brick. I'll get in a second. Yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff. We were just on the island of Kauai, but we were doing all sorts of different stuff each day. A lot of, like, nature sightseeing, did some, like, boat tour, snorkeling type stuff as well. But I think my favorite thing was we drove up, it's like up into the mountains in the middle of the rainforest, in the middle of the island. And we drove up to where they built the Jurassic Park gates, and also further back to where they had the T-Rex paddock. And it's like a very, like, we had to have a Jeep, and it's a very, you know, like, not perilous, but exciting drive. So that was probably my favorite thing we did. Okay, I'll put together this guy, and then I will find that piece I dropped. This track, someone else, I think Bubble B did a remix of this as well. I think it's called Road Boxer, something like that. And I think this is like a song written by and sung by a guy who was a boxer, I think. I mean, look it up real quick. Oh, let me do this first. This guy, his little feather. We got a little archer guy. Oh, right. But he needs this too. There we go. Now he can play some sick tunes for us. Okay, so let me look up this song real quick. Okay, so yeah, the song's called Road. And yeah, Bubble B remixed it as Road Boxer. And no, it's nothing to do with maybe, I don't know, I have to look into this more. It says it was the ending theme for a variety show. Trying to read more about this band. And Japanese Wikipedia is laid out really weird. I think it's just a rock band. I think Bubble B, I think he put up a video for his track. Probably this is a song by a rock band for for the ending theme for that TV show, and then maybe the boxer went on to use it. Yeah, I think he just did a cover of it. This is all just stuff I'm guessing from looking at the video, but if you want to look at Bumblebee's video for his remix of this later, you can. And so this is kind of the type of thing I was talking about with, like, I can Google the lyrics and I can find this song and I can see, oh, it was the ending theme for a variety show, and it was just by a rock band. Oh, but then Bumblebee's video of it has this boxer singing it in the ring. Which version is more known? Like, is that boxer guy singing this something well known, or just like very niche thing to know about? You know, there's just like always another layer of context to lack. But I think that's interesting. So yeah, wide variety of stuff on this CD. Is this the last track? I think this is the last track. Yeah, this is it. I can place like 2 more Lego bricks and I'm done. But yeah, I guess what I'll do is we'll leave this here and we'll come back to it. I'll probably finish this bag off camera and then show you where we're at next stream. But we got a little eating area with a bath right next to it, and there's a, I forgot to actually show, but there's a cool little feature of like water pouring into the bath. You can also see it from above a little bit, kind of hidden there. That might just be like a hand washing station, actually, now that I think about it. Not sure. But yeah, cool stuff. But yeah, we'll keep building this from the next bag next time. Yeah, this would definitely still be Nerdcore. So like I was kind of saying near when I was introducing the show, and let me just throw up some stuff for the background here as we wrap up. But yeah, this group kind of straddles that line between Nerdcore and J-Core, partially because of the sound. There's, like I said, more Gabber influence in a number of the tracks, and then also in terms of like what events they were playing at and what other acts they were associated with. So on that kind of line between Nerdcore and J-Core, yeah, exactly. Let me turn this back down a little bit now. Yeah, that's something I want to try to dive into and talk about more, because I'm sure, like, they're obviously talking about different types of music, but like, I also feel like the terms are kind of similar in a way. But yeah, I'll definitely go into that a little deeper another time. But yeah, so I'm going to give out the Brick House passwords for this week, and I think this is what I said last time, was that each episode for this season I'll also put up 1 episode worth from the first season, and so I did that for this one. I put up the first season. It's episode -2, I think. It's from back when I was still getting all this stuff figured out completely, but that's when I was doing things randomly, random selections from the Nerdcore Encyclopedia, and so we listened to 2 things on that episode. One of them is Saber Pulse's Famicom Connection, which is up on the Merryworks Bandcamp for purchase, so I didn't put that up because you can just go buy it there. But then the other was Furumachi Moi's album something, I don't remember the exact title, something Wonderland. So I put that up, and so that's in the Season 1, Episode -2 folder, and the password for that is Wonderland. Password is Wonderland. And then for today's, we got everything up there too, the 2 albums, and then all of these SoundCloud and other unreleased, unclassified, uncategorized tracks up in a separate folder, and the password for that one is all lowercase, all one word, Megamori. Just like that. So yeah, you can go up and grab those and enjoy. Like I said, I forgot to make a image for next week's episode, but what we're going to listen to next week is the viewer request for Sonic Dragolgo's Hyper Rich Chronicle, and I'm going to pair that with the second release from Hyper Rich, Decameron Dinno or Dintaku, Din something. But yeah, I was looking through the Hyper Rich stuff, seeing what was and wasn't, just on YouTube, and it looks like the second release, their first 12-inch compilation, isn't widely available, so we're going to listen to that, and that and Hyper Rich Chronicle as requested. And yeah, let me get the link to the Brick House for anyone who doesn't know it, because that's a good idea. So yeah, you just head to that link in the chat, and there's a separate folder for each episode, and so each folder has a different password. So I guess that was Season 1, Episode -1, not -2. But yeah, if you want to catch up on any previous weeks, the password is said on the stream at the end of the episode, and you can go in and grab other things. All of the old streams are up on my YouTube. I put the VODs up like a week later. So they're up there to listen to, enjoy, or just, if you want to, you can skip to the end and get to the password and just listen to the music. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining in. We'll be back same time next week. Like I said, I'll get the image for it made right after this so I can tweet it. But yeah, next week will be Hyper Rich Chronicle and the second Hyper Rich release. Same time, same place. See you then. I'm gonna close off with the Smile Hunters track from J-Core Masters. Let's see here. Yeah, J-Core Masters 11, because it's really good, and a J-Core Masters CD is not something I think we'll ever listen to on this stream, so that's what we'll end off with. Oh shit, I forgot to say, we have new emotes. I got the Psychouts logo, and the Nerdman character, and this animated emote, all finally approved. Which one are you having issues accessing? You can also just DM me on Discord or something if you have any problems, and I can help you out. Okay, here we go. Bodyboarding Road to Sochi mix from J-Core Masters 11.
USA.